Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more news covering The Last of Us HBO show that is coming out in just a couple of days time. I just want to quickly start the video by saying thank you so much for everyone who's watched the last video. I spoke on a recent video about how my prediction for the Chelsea vs Manchester City game was my most viewed video. It got 76 views. Well, the last video fucking trumped that. It's now currently sitting on about 1,100 views, which is just unbelievable. I never thought it would take off. I mean, I'm used to getting 5-10 views a video, so seeing 1,176 people have watched it is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. And 16 likes as well, and no dislikes. Oh my god. That was a video covering the news that came out. Neil Druckmann came out and said that The Last of Us HBO show will not be featuring spores. But you can go get my full breakdown on that in the video I published yesterday. But moving on swiftly, we have some more news. This came out about an hour ago. It's from one of my favourite Twitter accounts at the moment. They keep us up to date with all the news. It is The Last of Us News on Twitter. And they came out and reported that Craig Mazin, I don't want to mispronounce his name. He is one of the producers and writers for the show. Here we go. Craig Mazin confirmed that if the show is renewed, they will need more than a season to adapt the events of The Last of Us Part 2. This is a quote. The amount of story that remains we have not covered would be more than a season of television. I think everybody at HBO is excited. Well, I certainly am. I'm just going to go over this quote in full. We have definitely talked about seasons to come, he revealed. I think everybody at HBO is excited about keeping it going. We want to keep it going, so as long as the audience is there and the desire is there for more, we're ready to go. I certainly think there's going to be a desire. I don't think this is going to be like the Halo series. I think this is actually going to be quite a popular show. There's more here to the tweet. Yes. Season 1 covering the first game, Season 2 covering the second. That isn't the plan. While Season 1 does explore the events of the first game, Mazin says that the amount of story that remains that we have not covered would be more than a season of television. So yeah, assuming we can just keep going forward, the idea would be to do more than just one season. And I think that ties into my kind of prediction or my sort of pitch for The Last of Us TV show. When I was recording my series, my Let's Play of the first game, we really didn't know much about the show. We had a few kind of teaser shots here and there. We obviously knew it was going to follow the events of the first game. But I think towards the end of my series, I did pitch the idea of it being a multi-series show. So it's not just like Series 1 will cover the events of the first game and Season 2 will be the second game. I think I did say that I think there should be almost a gap in between Season 1. I think, in between Season 1 and Season... I can't talk. I think there should be some sort of... a gap in the storytelling. There's obviously like a 4 or 5 year period between the end of the first game and then the start of the second game, and I think that 4 or 5 years, there's a lot that can be played around with that. There's a lot of stories to tell. You can develop characters in Jackson. You can obviously develop the early relationship between Dina and Jesse, and Dina and Ellie, of course, and Jesse and Dina, and all these characters that you meet in the second game, and you're quickly given their story and how the relationship started, but you don't really get that really deep, insightful view into them, like characters like Joel and Ellie. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a multi-series show, which is good to see. As I said, as long as the show is successful and people want to see it, but I really don't see this show not being a success. The marketing's definitely done well, and The Last of Us is one of the most successful, or it is one of the most successful kind of story games in terms of the reception it's received over the years. I think it's going to be 10 years old this year, 2023. Unbelievable, but it's still heralded today as one of the best stories in gaming history, and it's certainly a fun game to play. So you've got that massive audience of the PlayStation players coming in and obviously watching the show. But yeah, just another quick update. As I said, I think that'd be a good idea. Maybe for the second season, it could be like it could also, the second season could probably end with Joel's death. Spoilers if you don't know, but Joel dies at the start of the second game, so I'm just thinking maybe the second season could kind of end with the start of the second game, and then the third season would obviously be the events in Seattle, and it just gives a full season to really put the viewers and that kind of setting and really getting to know Abby. And hey, you never know, maybe a fourth season after that if Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal are up for it. Although actually no, not Pedro Pascal, because he'll be dead. Not the actor, the character, Joel. That'd be sad. But yeah, just another quick update. As I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched that last video. That is unbelievable. Just I fell asleep with it on like 150. I was like, wow, this is insane. And I woke up to 1,000. I was like, oh my bloody god. It's unbelievable. Thank you to everyone who's commented. I've read them. I've replied. I've liked the comments. But yeah. We're only a week away, as I said, and I'm really excited to see Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal, but mainly Bella Ramsey. I think she's going to really bring something different to this role, and well, I'm just excited to see it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.